but to do Lucifer was really daunting, and I thought I was going to turn down.
I don't know. That's a tough question. There's been a lot of difficult scenes, and there's been a lot of scenes that I thought were going to look a certain way and look a different way, or that I thought I didn't do a good job, and then when I saw the end product, I was like, oh, okay, wow. I guess I did pull that off. You know, it's funny when you have a series like this, shooting a show this long, they all kind of become memories, almost like part of life. So that's difficult to think of one scene, but there was, times, like I remember the season 4 was a tough road, just for me, I thought, and for me as an actor. Yeah, I don't know one specific though, but thanks.
Thanks, man. Hi.
This one's for Jared.
Yeah.
What do you think happened to Sam during his 100+ years in the case of Lucifer?
I think a lot of stuff happened. He'd rather not talk about it. Obviously, he was tortured and tormented a lot, and he touched on. I don't know if he's touched on it yet. And what you've seen, what he touched on, he feels like he's served his time, and it's time for Sam to stop holding himself, stop feeling so guilty, because he's served his time in prison, so to speak. So I know there's a lot of it. So that's gonna be fun. Oh, weird. Action and scenes. That's really neat. Kids got something right. Sorry, that's so neat. Yeah, I think a lot of torture. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for this guy next to me.
This is why we don't have nice things here.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, I've got my legs.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving to both of you.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving to all the Canadians. Yeah, thank you.
My question is for both of you. What is the best memory you have of each other from working together on Supernatural?
That moment right there.
You know what was really, I was reminded by the little skit that we watched before. What did you call that? Montage. The end of season 1, that day we shot the PMP. We didn't know we were for season 2 or anything. It was Jeff and Jensen and I. And Jeff was going back and forth from Grey's Anatomy. Might be done on a Saturday. But I remember we didn't know if we were coming back. And we had this whirlwind. Jensen and I and the crew with Jeff and everybody had this whirlwind 9 months, like really trying to make this show happen. So he and I had gone to the liquor store and bought a bunch of beer and champagne for everybody. For the end of the day, we were just around. I remember shooting about Paul and just laughing about whatever, being goofy and thinking man, if this show never comes back, I really want to learning experience, make some friends. And I think that's kind of carried on. But just there's something really truly magical about the last day of filming, especially when you don't know you're coming back. And there's something that's really when it's easy to go to work every day and go man, this is cool, and I'm working, I'm doing something I love. But the feeling of accomplishment that I know I get at the end of the year when we worked hard, and now we get to kind of enjoy what we've done and think about the future, is always a lot of fun for me.
No. Agreed.
No.
There's been so many great moments like on camera, I think there's also been even more, like he's saying, even greater moments behind the camera. Like there's stuff, you know, like the pranks that when Kim Manners dumped buckets of water on P&I.
Yeah, y'all laugh it up.
Another time, we had these little motorcycles that we ride around set, and we walked into. Are you making fun of us? That's funny. And we walked into the stage one day, and we're like, where are our lights? We walked to the stage, and they were actually suspended in the rafters. And had like spotlights on them. So like, you know, the reading grips got involved, the electricians got involved, they set up like spotlights on them. And so, you know, there's been a lot of really good moments throughout the years, both on and off camera. Yeah.
Thank you.
I actually wanted to call a question. I figure you guys have been in it for, you know, however many years now, and so if anybody knows this, you guys should. The upholstery, is it actually leather or is it vinyl?
Final.
Good to know.
Thank you. Cool.
It's actually the only car I drive now.
He's turning into geek.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
my question is for both of you. There was a lovely fan who asked my original question, so I had to choose up on the spot. Being part of such a huge legacy of horror, I wanted to know how you both felt participating in Friday the 13th and My Bloody Valentine. For Jensen, specifically where your character ended up at My Bloody Valentine, because I was completely shocked and distraught.
That wasn't actually the original ending to that movie. That was something that Patrick, our director, wanted to shoot in case they could use it, and they ended up using it. So it was just supposed to end on like the death of mine, but then the whole walking out of it, the rescue team's gear was an added thing that they ended up using. So, yeah, what was the question?
I think more like seeing how you feel about doing that.
Because like My Bloody Valentine is a remake, and then
Right, a
Friday
remake.
the 13th is a remake also.
I mean, this day and age, you're lucky to get an original script. Unfortunately, you know, I mean, there's a lot of remakes, there's a lot of sequels, there's a lot of prequels, there's not a lot of willingness by the studio to take original material anymore. It's like they look back into the past and go, okay, what's worked before that we can revisit, you know? I mean, look at Lion King 3D right now. It's like, it's killing every movie in the movie theater. And they just added one dimension to it.
I think I knew I had y'all's support, so I was all right. Thank you. We're gonna do one more. We're getting to know, but Caroline's not so sweet. Everything I heard. Hi, Caroline.
My question is for both of you. I was just married to your personality.
Sometimes. I think some parts of our characters are similar. I think one of the reasons it was easy for Jensen and I to kind of get along on camera like we do is because we both have, you know, brothers and both care a lot about family. And our background is very similar, both growing up in Texas and kind of close to our family. So it was easy to draw from that. Other than that, we look a lot alike. Yeah. What about you?
I think Dean is much more of a jerk than I am. I mean, he is, let's face it. Yeah. Unless you think I am, which then we're going to have to work.
But it's so sexy doing it.
Yeah, I don't know how long I could take living in dirty motels than living out of a bar. He's definitely, you know, give him credit for that, but,
They're a lot tougher than we are. Thank you, and thank you all so much.
Thank you, everybody.